know, based on all the comments that I've been deleting, I can't help but think that I'm facing jail time.
Yeah, so our court date is March the 16th. It's really soon, so I don't have much time to prepare.
That's right, Craig Grant now thinks he's going to jail, and Trevon's court date has been set. Today we're going to be talking all about the Bitconnect lawsuit updates, so stay tuned. Okay, so as you saw in the intro to this video, Trevon's court date has been set. There is a lot that has happened with these Bitconnect lawsuits. Both Craig Grant and Trevon James continue to make videos about what is happening to them, about what happened with Bitconnect. It's incredible that they continue to make videos. They really shouldn't, but they have, and so of course now we're going to be talking about them. So as I mentioned, Trevon's court date has been set. That is a separate case that Trevon is going to. It is not the civil case that all of the guys are being tried against. It is a separate case in front of the SEC, which is a massive development. But let's go ahead and look at some of the clips that they have been talking about. First, I want to show this clip that really shows the downward spiral that they're going down. The cracks are forming between these different groups of people, and you can see that they are starting to get very worried. So let's take a look at this clip.
After I uploaded my video today, Trevon texted me from a lawyer's office. I didn't respond, you know, and then he tried to FaceTime me, and I turned the phone off, man. I like Trevon, you know, but I don't want to be afraid, man. I don't want to be scared, man. And if he's at a lawyer's office, any conversation he has with me, most likely is going to be something I don't want to hear. Unless the lawyer laughed at him and said, "Man, you're silly. You know, you don't need me. Everything you're gonna be all right." But if he's got good news for me, send me an email. You know, because I'm not trying to hear bad news on the phone, man.
So as you can see in this clip, he's very worried about what's going to happen. He doesn't want bad news. He's not even talking to Trevon at this point. Trevon and Craig Grant were very good friends. They were talking every day on FaceTime. They're talking about different promotions to do with BitConnect. They were very close. So the fact that he doesn't even want to talk to him at this point, you can tell he's very worried. And he actually says, you know, one party says, maybe the lawyer gave good news. Maybe he'll say you won't even need a lawyer. That's simply not the case. A lawyer would not tell you in a case that you just don't need a lawyer. You can go handle this yourself. So I guarantee you whatever news Trevon was trying to give to Craig was definitely bad news. Now, if you go ahead and watch my past video, you'll see that a lot of people said this day would never come, these people would never go to court, and clearly that is happening now. In this next clip, I want to show you Craig Grant has clearly had some sort of conversations with lawyers at this point because he now realizes promoting BitConnect was against the law. What he did was illegal, and he actually says this in this scene, so we'll go ahead and show you this next.
Yeah, there is a crime there. You're not supposed to promote something and benefit from it. Well, not supposed to promote an unlicensed security and benefit from it. Because I guess, you know, in the past there's been, and even now probably there's situations of scammers and everything who do that stuff, and the laws exist to protect people, right?
So as you can see in that clip, he has clearly talked to a lawyer, or at least someone who knows the law very well. They know that what he's doing is illegal. You can't be promoting securities if you don't have a security license. And then he talks about, you know, there's people who have run scams in the past, and so that's why they have these laws. Yes, Craig Grant, you are the scammer. BitConnect is the scamming company. These are the companies that the government is trying to protect against. BitConnect was a Ponzi scheme, 100%, and now it has come all crashing down. And as I've said in the past, no one knows who ran BitConnect, so that is why people are going after people like Craig Grant, Trevon James, Crypto Nick, because you people were at the top of the pyramid raking in millions of dollars, so that is why people are going after you. Now, while Craig Grant clearly realizes what he was doing was illegal, he still doesn't fully understand the crypto world or, you know, what he's getting into. He thinks that crypto, because it's unregulated, you can basically do anything you want, which clearly isn't the case. So let's go ahead and take a look at this next clip as well.
You know, if I get hacked, I got hacked. It was my fault that I got hacked. I can't say call the police. I mean, I can if I want to. But why are you into crypto if you're going to call the police after getting hacked? That's like, you shouldn't even be in crypto. Listen, don't you know that the word unregulated means just that? You're responsible, man. And so this word unregulated also comes into play. when you're talking about, oh, so now you're going to regulate me?
So as we see, Craig Grant goes on to talk about how crypto is unregulated, and obviously if you get hacked, there's nothing really you should be able to do about it because it's an unregulated market. Clearly, Craig Grant doesn't understand what it means to be an unregulated market. Just because it's unregulated doesn't mean you have the free will to commit crimes, okay? Just because it's unregulated, you can't hack people, you can't steal from people. That's not what unregulated means. It just means that the government isn't monitoring this stuff, but it doesn't allow you the possibility, it doesn't give you the freedom to commit crimes against other people. That's not what it means to be in an unregulated market. He clearly doesn't understand this. Why anyone would ever take advice from this guy and invest in something like BitConnect, to me, to this day, is beyond me. I really don't know. Like I said, this guy clearly has no understanding of what it is, of what cryptocurrency is and what an unregulated market is. That doesn't give you the free will to commit crimes and do whatever you want to people. So since posting that video, Craig Grant has actually deleted that particular video. Of course, like I've said in the past, once you put something online, it is there forever. So I was still able to find it and make a video from the video, taking clips from it. But I just want to point out, Craig Grant has done many videos about talking about this scam, talking about other scams that he's been involved in selling pictures about his girlfriend to make money, scamming other people. So again, I really think Craig Grant just doesn't have an understanding of what the cryptocurrency world is, what an unregulated market is. But you can see from his videos that he's clearly very worried at this point. He does think that he will eventually end up behind bars. He is very worried. So yeah, Craig Grant is definitely not living the easy life as of right now. From there, let's go ahead and talk about his good old friend TreVon James. So yesterday, TreVon posted this video about him finally being served to go to court. His court date is set, as you can see from the video title, it is March 16th. But let's go ahead and roll this clip showing him talking about him being served and when the case is going to start.
So apparently I got served. Every time I think about it, I think about the movie You Got Served. I got served my subpoena to come to court. And I'm actually kind of happy. Because now I don't have to be like, where is it coming? When is it? When is it coming? When am I gonna? Now I know. Go to court for, 1 second, I'll tell you what for.
So obviously I don't want to play his entire video, but he actually got summoned to appear before the Securities and Exchange Commission. This is a big deal. This is not the civil case that Craig Grant, TreVon James, Crypto Nick, Ryan Hildreth are a part of, where they're being sued for losses that other people had. This is actually the U.S. government that wants TreVon to come and talk to them about what happened. This is a big deal. This is a government case that he's getting involved in, not a civil case. This is huge. You can also see in the clip that TreVon doesn't take this very seriously. As you can see, he's joking around, which to me is just completely damning. And like I said, all this information is going to be there. I guarantee you the judge, and if there's a jury, they're going to see these videos. They're going to be saved, and they're going to be shown to these people, and they're going to see him joking around, oh, I got served, when tons of people have lost a lot of money. Obviously, obviously they put in the money themselves, but he was promoting this, and people lost tons and tons of money, and he's just looking at this like it's a big joke to everyone. So it's really incredible that he continues to act this way. Including the fact that he is joking around about this, he's clearly not taking the situation he's in very seriously. In this next clip that I show you, he's talking about how at this point he doesn't even have a lawyer, but he's thinking about getting one. Maybe. He doesn't really know. Now, I want you all to pay very close attention to this next scene because this is really the heart of the matter. TreVon clearly doesn't understand what's before him. So watch very closely how he talks about, again, not having a lawyer at this point, and then not understanding the cases, this case, the SEC that he's going in front of, and then the civil cases that will follow that. He clearly doesn't understand what could possibly happen to him. So let's go ahead and take a look.
Part of me wants to just go by myself without a lawyer, and because I feel pretty innocent. I know I didn't do anything wrong, but what's wrong, what's not wrong to me might be wrong in the eye of the government. So I'm guessing I'm in trouble for selling securities. I think that's about what the whole cease and desist was about. So that's what I think it's about. This is the court. This is going to be the court that I'm most excited about, because if they just say, okay, you're good, man, and let me go, then I know anything about me getting sued or any of that is just out the window. So I'm probably gonna get a lawyer.
So as you can see, Trevon clearly doesn't understand what's about to come his way. It's unfortunate that Craig Grant is not talking to Trevon, because at least Craig Grant has clearly talked to someone, a lawyer, or at least someone who knows the law. And Craig Grant should probably be telling Trevon that, he's not in the clear. What he did was illegal. You can see from what Craig Grant said. Craig Grant now realizes, talking about securities when you don't have security license is illegal. You can't be doing that. Trevon clearly doesn't understand that at this point. I don't think at this point he's even talked to any lawyer. He really needs to do that. He also talks about how, if he goes to this case and then they tell him, oh, you don't have anything to worry about, then he's not going to worry about those civil cases afterwards. And he clearly doesn't understand how the court system works. I'm going to give you an example, and this example I'm going to give because pretty much everyone has heard about this. It is the O.J. Simpson case. So, back in the 90s, O.J. Simpson, most people now believe that O.J. Simpson killed his wife and her new boyfriend, but he was found not guilty in that case. He got off of the murder conviction. He was not convicted in that. But then after that murder conviction, where he got sent free, after that, the family of his ex-wife, Nicole Brown, and her new boyfriend, they actually sued O.J. Simpson in the civil court, and he was actually found guilty in a civil case for their deaths, and he was required to pay. You can see jury decides Simpson must pay $25 million in punitive damages to the families of Nicole Brown Simpson and her new boyfriend. So Trevon, as you can see, clearly doesn't understand that even if he goes in front of the SEC and they say, hey, we're not going to hold you responsible for this, he doesn't understand that the civil cases, he could still lose those and end up paying millions of dollars to all the people that end up losing money. So, while, again, if the SEC says, he's not in trouble, that means he won't actually have to spend any time in jail. But again, he could still get wrecked in a civil case. At this point, I have to be honest with you, I actually do start to feel a little bad for Trevon James. I know a lot of people are mad with him. I'm upset that I didn't get involved in BitConnect, but again, I've said I don't want these Ponzi schemes in crypto. I'm a big supporter of crypto, and as long as these Ponzi schemes exist, crypto won't be accepted by the masses. But at this point, it really is getting kind of sad. He does need to speak with a lawyer. Again, Craig Grant at this point knows what he did was illegal. He knows that he can't promote securities without a security license. Trevon simply doesn't understand that. To this day, he's still saying, in his eyes, everything he did was completely legal and he didn't do anything wrong. I'll actually show you this clip where he says these exact words himself.
In my eyes, any judge or anyone that looks at me and looks at my YouTube and all of my videos will say, this guy is just entertaining. He's not in a suit. He's not telling you to go to the bank, take out money out of the bank, and put it into BitConnect. So I'm not worried about it, man.
So again, even though he didn't go out and tell people, hey, you need to take your money out of the bank and put it into BitConnect, that's what you need to do. Even though he's not saying that, he's still promoting securities without a security license, and what he's doing is illegal. So again, he really needs to talk to a lawyer. At this point, it really is quite sad that he doesn't know what he did was illegal. He still adamantly believes, I did nothing wrong. I'm not doing anything wrong. He talks about in the video how he says, BitConnect may be in trouble, but he's not in trouble because he didn't do anything wrong, and he just clearly doesn't understand what's going on at this point. This final clip about Trevon that I want to show you actually shows that he is very aware about all the hate that he's getting online, and he really doesn't believe the hate he's getting is justified. He believes people are just trying to, scam other people and making him look like a bad person. So let's actually take a look at this final clip about Trevon.
Yo, you know what I'm sick of? I don't ever watch these, but the videos talking that it's like Trevon James loses his mind. Those are the people that are scamming. those people are scamming their viewers because they're making their viewers believe stuff that's not true.
So in this last clip, he actually talks about my specific video. That's the video I made, Trevon James Loses His Mind. It has, I believe, 250,000 views at this point. And, I'm very appreciative of everyone who has shared that video. Obviously, we need to get the word out about this Ponzi scheme, about these scammers, so that people don't do this again in the future. Again, I want cryptocurrency to be accepted by the masses, and as long as these Ponzi schemes exist, that will never happen. The average person will not start adopting cryptocurrencies when they know these scams like BitConnect are out there. And, Trevon actually calls me a scammer. He says the people about these videos that are talking about him, they're trying to scam their viewers. There's nothing I'm trying to scam anyone about. I'm just presenting his videos and talking about all the fallacies that he talks about in his video. And I know Trevon says that he hasn't watched my video, but how would he know what I'm talking about in the video if he hasn't watched it? I honestly believe that he has watched my video and probably several other videos about him. So I just want to say to Trevon personally and Craig Grant, if they are watching, you guys need to stop making videos about this. Really, it's really embarrassing at this point that you continue to make videos about, talking about how you did nothing wrong and, joking around how about this is a big joke that you're going in front of the SEC. This is bad. This is really bad for you guys. And every video you make, every time you make one of these ridiculous videos, you're just digging your hole, you're digging your grave a little deeper. Like I said, these videos are probably going to get shown in court at some point. So you need to stop making these videos. Like I said, I know a lot of people are upset with these people. I am as well. I want these Ponzi schemes to go away. But it's really embarrassing, like I said, that they continue to make these videos. It seems that the 17-year-old kid, Crypto Nick, happens to be the smartest person in this group. So Crypto Nick, he went away from social media, deleted all his videos or made them all private, and he's completely gone from social media. In the beginning when BitConnect first went down, you saw a lot of videos about Crypto Nick and all of the guys, but at this point, if you look, you'll not see a lot of new videos about Crypto Nick, and that's because there's nothing new to report on him. He went away and nobody can find any information on him, so no one is really talking about Crypto Nick at this point. But people are still talking about Trevon James and Craig Grant because for some ridiculous reason, they continue to make videos. I believe Craig Grant, actually I believe both of them have actually talked about how they're addicted to making YouTube videos. They need to break that addiction because, like I said, as they continue to make videos, this is just digging their grave even deeper. So there you go. There's the updates on BitConnect. Again, Trevon James has to go in front of the federal government instead of in front of the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission, to talk about BitConnect, which is huge. It's just absolutely massive that he has to do this. That's going to happen on March 16th. I'll have more updates on that once it happens. And again, these civil cases will continue to happen after that. Trevon doesn't seem to understand that, he could get off scot-free in this SEC case and then still lose millions in the civil case. So I know a lot of people thought that these cases would never go to trial. They are now going to trial. You can see Craig Grant is clearly very worried. Trevon, if you watch his video, you can see he acts like he's not upset, but you can see he's definitely down in the dumps in his video. So again, to those two people, please stop making videos. Again, it's starting to get embarrassing at this point that you continue to bring up that you did nothing wrong when you guys, you both clearly did a lot wrong. So again, I would love to hear your thoughts. What is going to happen in these cases? Is Trevon going to end up in jail after this SEC hearing? What about the civil cases? Do you think they will lose all their money? Clearly, you can see these two people are starting to get very worried. And honestly, I'm very interested to hear what Ryan Hildreth and Crypto Nick are up to. But again, these people don't talk about the cases like these other two people are, so we don't really know much what's going on with those people. I also want to point out a lot of other people who did promote BitConnect did not get on the lawsuit, and I know a lot of people are upset with that. And the reason why that is Trevon, Crypto Nick, Craig Grant, all these people, they were at the very top of the pyramid. They made millions of dollars. These other people like Jedi Knight, I believe is his name, and then Crypto Chick And even Sonny Decree actually talked about BitConnect. He was a big BitConnect shill for a while, and then he actually turned his back on BitConnect about 2 months or so before it went down, and he said, you know what, I'm not going to promote this anymore, it's a scam. It's really interesting that he pretty much hasn't gotten any hate at this point, when he made a lot of money from BitConnect as well. But, you know, he turned his back on it before it went down, so I think people kind of forgave him about that, even though, in my opinion, he probably knew it was a scam to begin with. But, you know, those people didn't get added to the BitConnect lawsuit because they didn't make millions of dollars like the 4 people in the lawsuit actually did. So again, I will continue to report on these cases. Again, I don't want these Ponzi schemes in crypto. I'm a big supporter of crypto, and I want it to be accepted by the masses. So go ahead and leave your comments below. What do you think is going to happen? I'm sure a lot of people are still going to support Trevon and Craig Grant. Again, you need to be very safe out there in the crypto world, everyone. Stay safe.